President Cyril Ramaphosa has reiterated the importance of strong bilateral ties with the Kingdom of Lesotho. Ramaphosa hosted the Lesotho Prime Minister, Matekane, for the inaugural session of the Binational Commission between the two countries. Matekane welcoming these discussions, which are aimed at putting in place a specific immigration model, among other issues. He says Basotho may be able to stay for 90 days per visit should the engagements proceed well. Let's get some detail now, and we're joined by Lesotho's Home Affairs Minister, and that is Mr. Lebona Lephema. Minister, good morning to you, and thank you very much for your time. Let's begin with the Lesotho-South Africa immigration model. As you've heard us say in that introduction, is this under review? Because as things stand, Basotho nationals who are visiting South Africa can stay for 30 days. Is that likely to be extended now?
Yes, thank you very much. And let me also say hello to your viewers wherever they are. My name, like you have said, it's Lebona Lephema. I'm the Minister of Local Government, Chieftainship, Home Affairs and Police, Minister of many things. Yes, indeed, yesterday or some couple of days back, we had a meeting and discussions about the Lesotho and South Africa relations. Like you have mentioned, that one of the main issues that we're discussing was about the free movement of people of Lesotho and people of South Africa in between the two countries. And,
I wanted you, Minister, to expand a little bit about what motivated or what motivates the 90-day stay, which has been alluded to by the Prime Minister, who was talking to the public broadcaster on the sidelines of the meeting that was taking place yesterday. 30 days versus 90 days. What's the motivation here?
As you know, Lesotho has got one neighbor, which is South Africa. Wherever you go out of Lesotho, you go into South Africa. So there's Basotho that always visits South Africa in business, in health-wise, in school-wise. So they always had the 30 days free visa into South Africa. But for the longest time, we have been given, or long before, it used to be 6 months free visa into South Africa. But for whatever the reason, it was brought down to 30 days. And these are the discussions that we have had with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Home Affairs in South Africa, that we think the 1 month is not fair for Basotho, who everywhere they go, they have to go through South Africa. And it was agreed that all the other countries got like 90 days visa free into South Africa. So Lesotho must also be afforded 90 days visa free as well. So we are very glad and happy that the finalization has been reached. Lesotho is also going to be afforded 90 days visa free into South Africa, which is going to be much better for Basotho.
Minister, I want to speed up our conversation because we don't have much time. Let's talk work permits. So who's allowed to come to Lesotho from South Africa's side, and what might be their skills set? I'm trying to understand the work permit visa agreement, so to speak.
The work permit visa agreement, I would like to say or to mention that it has been there. It used to be called LSP, Lesotho Special Permit, but it has been changed now. It's going to be LEP. And as we know, most of Basotho that has got the permit is going to be expiring by the end of the month. But we are working hard to make sure that we come to the agreement for the extension of that permit for Basotho who are working in South Africa. vice versa.
All right. And what about the skills set? Are the two countries agreed that anyone who wants to come to South Africa for work purposes can do so, and vice versa? Or are there very strict reasons or strict rules around who can come to Lesotho and vice versa for work purposes?
No, there's no restriction on that one. You can go and work your knowledge or your experience, vice versa, no problem.
Okay. Let's then talk illegal mining. And I would like to preface this conversation with what President Ramaphosa said yesterday. If that soundbite is ready, I'm just going to ask the team to play it for us so that we can pick up on the back of it. So stay with us for a moment.
Okay.
We welcome the commitment of the government of Lesotho to cooperate with South Africa to deal with challenges of illegal mining in our country. Such activity carries a great social and economic cost for our people on both sides. We were deeply saddened by the unfortunate loss of the lives of illegal miners in Harmony Gold Mine in Welkom. Our respective governments are working with the mining company on the best methods, as well as the plan that has been put in place to retrieve the remains of the miners without endangering the rescue personnel.
Minister, are you able to give us the official number of Basotho nationals who died underground? These are illegal miners. We understand this accident happened back in May of this year. How many Basotho nationals died as a result of that illegal mining activity at Virginia Mine?
Subject to correction, I think there were 30, if not 32, who died in the mine in Welkom, whom South Africa is working hard to help to recover the bodies of those miners down there.
And have all these bodies been retrieved, or is that still an ongoing process? Remember, as I said earlier, this accident happened in May, we are told.
It is still ongoing process because, it is not easy for them to go in there because of the thing that was in there. But they have promised that anytime soon they will have them out.
So how many bodies have been retrieved thus far?
There were only 2 that were retrieved so far, but the rest of them are still underground.
My goodness. So 30 people, and these are people that are known to you and the South African government who have died underneath that mine, but only 2 have been retrieved. Talk to us about what the difficulty is here in trying to retrieve the bodies.
As you know, it has been said in all the radio, the television, that it is not safe to go underneath because underground because of the chemicals that are in there. They need to open and make sure that it's clear, and then they can go and pull them all out.
And
as you know,
go on, Minister. Sorry.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, and this is exactly now the point of discussion that I want to pick up on, because you also double up as Minister of Police in Lesotho. Were you aware of the scourge of illegal mining that is taking place in South Africa? Simply put, Basotho nationals come to South Africa and do this kind of activity illegally. What are the rules from your side?
No, we have heard that there's people from Lesotho that goes into South Africa and do their illegal mining. And as far as the government of Lesotho is concerned, there's not much that we can talk about it now, because the two countries' national securities are working hard on this one. So this is why it was not even discussed much, because it was put aside so that we can work on that one and try and see how we can prevent all these things from happening.
Yeah, well, I'm going to push you a little bit, Minister, on this element, because the understanding is that your country is well aware of how heavily armed the Basotho nationals are, and they are wreaking havoc here in South Africa to a point where communities have to relocate because of safety concerns, I should say. Where are they getting the arms from?
First, let me not agree of you saying we are well aware. Okay, we have seen them on the television, and then we have heard that they are heavily armed, and they are doing all these sorts of illegal things in South Africa. And we are also working hard to identify or to find out where actually these firearms come from, where they're coming from South Africa, where they come from Lesotho. We're working hard to try and see where actually these firearms are coming from.
The reason I'm going to back up my claim, Minister, that your government is well aware of what is going on is based on what the Minister of Minerals in South Africa, Gwede Mantashe, said at the time that this accident was reported of these deaths of illegal miners. And his statement was, Lesotho appears to be engaged in economic sabotage against South Africa. And this is because when the accident occurred, Basotho nationals involved in illegal mining, they ran to Lesotho to alert your government, and it was therefore your government alerting South African government officials to say, our nationals are in your country and there is trouble. And so, again, are you suggesting that you are not aware?
I am suggesting that one because as much as when the incident happened, it was said all over the radios, not that the illegal miners came to the government and say, our people are trapped in the mine or something. And that was the time that Lesotho took the initiative to find out what had happened and how can they assist the families of the deceased.
Final question to you, Minister. So this scourge of illegal mining, it is affecting one side, and that is South Africa. What is it that you are going to do from your side to assist your counterparts in South Africa to stem this? Because it has to stop. The two countries are suffering economically as a result of this.
You are quite right, and allow me not to elaborate much on this one, because we are working very hard on this one to try and see how we can put this to rest. Not only Lesotho, but both countries are meeting to make sure that they come up with a solution to put this thing to rest.
Lebona Lephema, let me thank you very much for your time, Minister of Home Affairs in Lesotho, also doubling up as Minister of Police, including Minister of Local Government. Thank you very much for your time.